Good morning, good morning. Today I turned 52, yep, December 29th. I'm not sure if I'll be able to post the video today because my family's probably gonna be on me today, but I will try to post it today. If not, I'll do some editing and get it posted this weekend. Um, I specifically trained in the garage today because I want to film this workout. For the past 5 years, I've been taking photos of my physique on my birthday and uploading it to my Google Photos. But now that I'm doing this YouTube thing for a little bit, I'm not going to invest a lot of time into YouTube. I'm going to start chronicling my workouts. So today is an accessory day, mostly shoulder work, but I'm going to film it and do my voiceover prior to posting the video. But yeah, man, I'm 52 today. I can't believe it. It actually came. And I'm taking the time to work out in the garage specifically. Normally I would be at the gym. That's where I've been training mostly in the wintertime and the summer too. I'll be honest with you, I don't train a lot in the garage anymore. Sometimes twice a week, sometimes once a week. But today I was just in the mood to film this workout because it's my birthday. And I wanted to use my home equipment. I have some really good equipment. And every so often I get the itch to say, you know, I want to hold my own barbells because I have like Rogue barbells, and the gym that I have, they have Vulcan barbells, and the knurling sucks on those things. But I like strong knurling, like on the Ohio Power Bar. And so I'm going to get a little workout in. I'm going to film some of the highlights of it. And I hope the 2 or 3 people that watch my videos appreciate it. For right now, I'm making these videos for myself so that maybe next year on my next birthday I can come back to this video and see how I was doing. But anyway, guys, let's get it in. So you guys know how I've been saying that I've been working on my front rack mobility. It's gotten really good, and I started front squatting twice a week, which was probably a mistake. And Monday I was working out in the gym and I was doing front squats and I was feeling strong, and of course there were people there training, and I tend to maybe go a little bit harder than I should when other people are around, and I strained my elbow. I worked up to 225 and I did 2 sets of 5 on it, and for me that's heavy, and in the front rack. And so I did it, and when I was done I felt the pull here. So I injured my elbow. And I'm starting to feel it today. That was Monday, today's Friday. This is my first time doing like a pressing movement. I've done back pulling movements since that elbow thing on Monday. Was it Monday? No, I think it was Tuesday. But I'm feeling it. It feels a little weird here. So this is not my top set, but I'm gonna see how this feels and make a determination of how far I'm gonna go. Just check and make sure I got the right matching weights on. So maybe on this video, it might reveal my movement, see if I have an imbalance, because I do feel it in that left elbow. It's like right here, coming this way, like a tendon. It's not, it doesn't hurt, but it pulls on it. I'm gonna film my top set. I don't know what I'm gonna do, maybe 185, depending. Let's see. Okay, this is set 2. I got 165 on the bar. Let's see how it feels on the elbow. Some of the things that I enjoy about working out at home in this particular setup is that I have roller J cups and a power bar, a high power bar with good knurling. I feel so much more, I want to say, tight in my positioning because of those 2 things that the commercial gym that I train at doesn't have. Roller J cups are pretty awesome. I wish my gym had this. Okay, elbow's starting to feel greased up. I think I could hit 185 on my next set. I think I'll be able to do it. It doesn't hurt. It just feels, I feel a little pull. Okay, this is set 3. Got 185 on the bar. Gonna go for 8. Oh, ideally, I'd like to do 2 sets of 8. Elbow, hang in there, buddy. Like I said, it doesn't hurt, but I feel a slight pull on it. And I have been working on my mobility. 8 reps, come on guys. 52, happy birthday. Oh, I don't think I'm going to get 8 on the next set. I'll probably get 7. But I got my 8 in, and my elbow's okay. Okay guys, this is my last set. I'm not going to do a voiceover on today's workout, because that's a pain in the ass to edit the videos. So I'm just going to speak. I might be speaking loud because I got my other iPhone playing music in my headphones, so I'm speaking over the music, which will probably help the video. Top set. I'm gonna do one more set with this weight, but I'm not gonna film it. I didn't film my last incline press. Just for the record, I did 6 reps on that with the 185. Figured I'd mention that. I'm gonna film my last set. I went up 5 pounds. I'm feeling good. So I got 70 on, not including whatever 2 pounds that the handles weigh. Got my music in the background, so I might be yelling. Last set. I think I did 8, I'm not sure. Whew. I'm gonna do a voiceover, but wanted to say something while I was doing these side lateral races to keep you occupied. One of the things that I don't want to say maybe figured out a few years ago is I started using my VersaGrips on doing side lateral races, and I find that it really isolates the lateral delts. So I started using it to do, you should definitely try this. Try to do side lateral raises with straps or VersaGrips, and you'll see that you feel it a lot more in your delts. It's pretty good. But yeah. Of upright rows, I love this movement. I do this to hit my traps as well as my front and rear delts. My front and side delts. Another good movement that helped me with my cleans. I try to go as high as I can. I aim to touch my nose with this. And I try to do this movement about once a week. Great accessory movement. Great. It kind of mimics side lateral raises.
So it kind of like hits the side laterals mostly. And because I go at the height that I do, it hits pretty good as well. The key to this one is to where my feet are placed and they're touching each other. That kind of takes away from the hips helping with the movement, and it really allows only your abs to do the work. What I do is I concentrate on the squeeze. I don't lift my body up. When I was in the Marine Corps, we used to have sit-ups as part of our PT test, and we would use our body or momentum to get us up. This is the complete opposite of that. You want to just concentrate on crunching at the abs, and doing that movement of crunching at the abs will raise your body up. And you notice you won't get as high because you're not using your hips. A great way to isolate the abs. And I also use the ab mat to give me full extension as well. So those are two things: the hips by keeping your feet like that, and using an ab mat.
Okay guys, that's a wrap for today's workout. Before I close out from this video, I just want to say a couple things. So the elbow injury, it's not an injury, it's a strain. I strained my tendons from forcing myself into a front rack with a certain amount of weight. And I just want to go through some history about that elbow. I want to say 7 or 8 years ago, I was in the gym, and every so often, I lose respect for the iron. And I went straight to doing behind the neck skull crushers with the 100-pound curl bar in the gym. And that was a huge mistake. And I injured my elbow for the first time. I had never injured my elbow before to that. And I had injured my elbow. I guess I had a micro tear. And it took about a week to recover. But something I learned from that was the first time I injured my elbow. The second time I injured my elbow was about a year ago. I was doing ring dips at the gym. And I lost respect for the weight. I had the dip belt with a 25-pound plate, and the ring started swaying. And instead of waiting till the ring stabilized, I continued to rep out the dips, showing off in the gym. And I injured the elbow again. And I learned, and this is why I'm mentioning it, so I decided to film this, is that in those two instances where I injured that same elbow, I never took my elbow through its full range of motion as it was healing. And that's the key that I'm discovering is, and that was one of the reasons why I lost the range of motion. See, it's almost there actually, not bad. Because I allowed my scar tissue to, I guess, mend my elbow, but I wasn't taking it through its full extension and flexion. And over time, my muscles shortened. Oh, I almost said that with an accent. My muscles shortened, and that's how I lost that range of motion. And that's why I want to mention this to the 1 or 2 people that watch my videos, that if you sustain an injury, a strain, it's important that during that healing process, yeah, you maybe go easier on the weights, but you don't stop. You don't stop doing the movement. You put your body
or your muscles, or however you term it, through its full range of motion while it's healing. Use a lighter weight for sure, because the pain is not going to allow you to go heavy anyway. But it's important, and I want to convey this to the people who are going to watch this video, because it's very important that when you hurt your back, hurt whatever it is, whatever muscle or tendon that you strain during lifting, and it's going to happen to every lifter, it's important that you go put it through its full range of motion during the healing process. During that week or two window that it takes for the pain to go away and for it to heal with scar tissue, it's important that you take it through its full range of motion. If I had let the strain inhibit me like I had in the past, and I didn't force myself, I was literally forcing myself to stretch this thing for the past few days. It happened Tuesday. Today's Friday, December 29th. And I pretty much have the range of motion that I had before. It's not as perfect as this, but I wouldn't have had this if I wasn't forcing myself to get through that pain and stretch it out. For the past few days, I was sitting at home watching television, and I would just be holding this like this, holding it, letting it go, holding it, and then doing the opposite. And I feel like that's one of the reasons why I'm able to do this at this point and was able to get through this workout. So it's important, if you injure yourself, if you strain your tendons or your muscles, put it through its full range of motion during that week or two where it's healing. Do not stabilize it, kind of like putting a cast on. I guess that's the best analogy I could think of. Don't do that, because you're going to lose that range of motion. And once you lose that range of motion, everything's going to be out of balance, and it's going to allow you to have other injuries because other parts of your body is going to compensate for that. Another thing I want to mention too, since I'm on YouTube and I can talk as long as I want, is I had pinched my nerve in my neck, and this is what started my process in doing mobility work. I had pinched my nerve doing overhead presses here in the garage gym. I used to be on Instagram. I had a good following on Instagram. I don't have that account anymore. I deleted it because my wife didn't like my Instagram. But I was doing overhead presses, and I had only 135 on the bar, and I didn't have thoracic extension. I had a lot of tight muscles from years and years of lifting and not doing any mobility work. And I learned later on that I was kind of like arching a little bit and doing overhead press, and I didn't have, my thoracic spine didn't have the mobility that it required, so my lower back was taking up the brunt of the force. And I pinched nerve in C5, C6 in my neck, and I felt a really bad pain in my trap. This was 2 years ago. And so I was visiting my mom in New York, and I was on the plane, and this was burning. My traps was burning. And then I started getting like a radiation of pain coming down my lats. And I was training with my nephew. Every time I go to New York, I train with him. We went to the gym, and I told him I was gonna go warm up at the dumbbell rack with some dumbbells. I grabbed some 15-pound dumbbells. I kid you not, some 15-pound dumbbells, and I went to go do incline presses with them. And this arm here was like a spaghetti. It was, I was like, whoa, what the hell is that? So yeah, I had pinched my nerve, and it took me 6 months to get my strength back. If I tried to do pull-ups, I would be like on one side. Everything was one-sided because this arm lost complete strength from getting that nerve pinch. And that's when I started my mobility journey. That's when I went to physical therapy, and the therapist told me of all of the restrictions that I had. I did some dry needling. I actually did some cupping. From that situation, I actually purchased some cupping for myself from Amazon, and I use it frequently. Whenever I feel a little tightness somewhere, I put a cup on it, and I just go through the movement, floss it, and that's been helping me a lot too. I used to be one of those guys that used to wear elbow braces, used to wear those tennis elbow golfers things. My wife jokes around to this day about how I used to go to sleep with those golfers elbow cuffs on my elbow from having elbow pain, because I didn't know how to, deal with those things. I didn't know how to do mobility, I didn't know that my elbow was hurting because I had restrictions in my biceps, my triceps, my forearms, my shoulders, different parts of my body. And so my elbow, when you have pain in your knee or your elbow or your shoulder, it's because that particular part that's hurting you is the strong part of your body. That part is doing all the work for something else. So if you have a right knee pain, it doesn't mean that your right knee is weak. It means your left knee is weak, or your hips or your ankles, and your right knee is carrying the brunt of the force to get the load while you're working out. So you always want to look somewhere else. I know I'm going off on a tangent here, but hey, it's YouTube, and maybe no one's gonna see this, but I just want to put this out there for the one person that decides to watch my videos, to let you know that if you have a pain somewhere, that is not the source of the problem. It's somewhere else, either above or below. And when I started releasing my forearms with the cupping and all that, and my front delts and all that, my brachialis, my biceps, that's when my elbow pain went away. That was when I was able that was when I was free from elbow cuffs and from tennis elbow cuffs, when I started releasing the muscle, the tissue around the elbow. So this thing that I sustained the other day, it wasn't so much the elbow, I was forcing my body into a position that it's not ready for yet, because I was having such a great time with those front squats. So I'm supposed to do front squats again on Saturday, tomorrow, but I probably won't. I'll see how I feel. I probably won't do it. I'll probably give myself a week to let the elbow completely heal. But it did perform pretty well today on the incline presses. Like I said, on my last set, I only did 6 reps. I wanted to do 8, but I didn't want to push it. But my elbow's okay. I just finished doing my mobility. I'm feeling better, feeling a lot better. But anyway, hope you guys take care. And that's it for, I don't know if I'm going to post another video in 2023, but I wanted to make a video for my birthday. This is my birthday gift to myself. If no one watches it, that's okay. This is for me. Anyway, guys, take care and see you guys soon. Happy New Year.